whispers in Havana breeze. Hearts beat steady with the ocean's tease. No borders hold us, we break away. One world, one love, one open bay. Every wave writes a line in our story. Every port holds a little bit of glory. We're not lost, we're free and alive. Sailing on purpose, not just to survive. Warm, strong adventures, feel the flame. Different shores, but the soul stays the same. We stay strong, no need to worry. We stay strong and embrace the journey. Ooh, stay strong and embrace the journey. Let the sea be your guide. Let your heart be the map. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Warm, strong adventures. The rhythm never ends.
Hey, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Scott, thank you so much for the Scott raid, the controversial cruising raid. I was watching this live. Yeah, Scott, when you get back, we have to talk. Scott's on this on a positive tip. So we need to talk. A lot of inspiration in that live Scott just gave. People, I need you to I need you to pray for me because I have a cruise tomorrow and I haven't started packing. I haven't done anything, to be honest with you. Only what I had to do. So yeah, as soon as I get off of here, I am going to get ready to pack. I got to get up in the morning and catch a flight out to LAX. So let me go in here real quick. Thank you guys all for coming over. I appreciate it. Let's see who's in here. Oh, by the way, at the pin to the top is Travel with PMB, Paul. He's going live at 6. I believe Elisa is going live at 7. I'm not sure about that, whether she is or not, but I think Elisa's going on at 7. But if you get a chance, the link is pinned to the top. That's for Paul. Click on that towards the end of the video and go over there and support Paul. He's got a lot of good stuff coming up. I think, matter of fact, I think next week he might have some special guests, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to let him tell the story. So let's say hi to everybody that's in here. Emily, welcome in. Welcome in, Emily. Appreciate you being in here. Let me get this going on Instagram real quick. I am live on Instagram. Okay, we're live on Instagram. Emily, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. What's up, Bill? Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Yeah, you know, you get that. Everybody's welcoming everybody in. Carnival Cruise Addicts, Scott Raid. Again, thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate the raid. And for all of you coming over from the raid, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. Lee is in the house. Welcome in, Lee. Saying hi, Bill and chat. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Paul says a Scott raid. And what else is going on here? Everybody saying hi, hello, Keisha, bye-bye, B. Okay. I'm trying not to pass anybody, but I am trying to get through this. So because who knows, I may cut this short. I don't plan on it, but because I start talking and you know how that is. Chris M, welcome in. Appreciate you. Chris, you're a member. I appreciate that. And also, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Cam Fam, welcome in, Cam Fam. And to all my member channels, thank you, channel members, welcome in. Strong Crew, welcome in. I appreciate it. Strong Crew, I know I say this all the time, but we are going to start an adventure tomorrow. And I want to give you guys some lives from the ship. If the internet, my internet has been terrible on the last couple of ships I've been on. Hopefully this will be better. Quantum of the Seas out in LA. Hopefully. We will see, though. We will see. Tuber chat. What up, Kev? Kev, you always when I watch you, you always want to know about how many cruises I've been on. It's about 75 now, Kev. Kevin, Tuber chat. It's about 75-ish, maybe a little bit higher. There's some Carnival cruises that I didn't get credit for. So yeah, it's probably between 75 and 80. I would say. Good guess. One day I'm gonna try to look it up, but the best I can. Jaden, welcome in, Jaden. Appreciate you coming in here. Danny D is in the house. Scott, crazy raid. Scott had a lot to say today. And let me get through the chat. We're going to talk about solo cruising real quick. Not a long, drawn out. Scott, he reminded me of somebody. Who could that be? Oh, yeah, me with his rant and the banter. I'm not going to say rant, banter. I like it, Scott. I like it. We need more of that. Get off my line. We need more of that from Scott. Memphis Freestyle. Thank you for joining us on the Instagram side. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Come on in for some cruise talk. I know Memphis Freestyle. I believe you are down in Memphis, but you guys roller skate. I haven't roller skated since I was probably 12 years old. But I did like watching your channel with all the skaters. I always wanted to. Now I'm getting so old, I'm afraid to fall down because I might fall down. I can't get back up. Oh, no. I might not get back up, Memphis. What else is in here? Carnival, everybody said hello to everybody. Shared the Reddit. Kevin, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm getting through the chat because everybody. Carol, welcome in, Carol. Appreciate you being here. My fellow solo cruiser. Welcome in, Carol. Scott is on a get off my lawn moment. But sometimes you do. I mean, a lot of times you do a lot of talking. Sometimes you have to just explain everything that you see is not necessarily all we are. There's a lot more to us than just the few things that you see on YouTube. We try to give it to you realistically and things like that, giving you information, because he was talking about giving information, and information is a key. Lagacia is in on the Instagram side. Welcome in, Lagacia. Appreciate you being over here. But I mean, there's more to it. And I mean, you guys, you've been with us 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. You've been with us, and you've seen the setbacks. You've seen the growth. You've seen a lot in all of those years. I mean, it doesn't stay the same way. We're not stagnant. Everything is. We are trying to. Most of us, if you're a content creator, and this goes for content creators. It seems like I'm getting on for Scott's thing now, but if you're a content creator, you can't stay stagnant. You have to grow. You have to make better videos. Videos that I watched of mine, and I don't go back online and watch a lot of my videos, but I go back to my early days where I didn't want to talk, I didn't want to show my face, to now I'm up here trying to crack jokes on YouTube. And never in a million years, if you had told me when I started YouTube that I would be up here live one day talking to all of you, or 32 of you, I was talking to all of you and trying to crack a joke, I would say, no way, you lose that bet. And guess what? Here I am trying to entertain you guys. And I appreciate you coming. Hopefully it is entertaining for you, because that is what makes people come back. Just like Scott said, if you do the same thing over and over again, people get bored. And we don't want to bore people. We want to bring people in and keep them here. That's the whole goal of this whole thing. You want to watch a video? We want to keep people watching videos. And by the way, I remember that. I remember Bill. Oh yeah, I watched them. You need to watch them too. That's what we want to do. So I'm gonna get off that real quick and try to catch up with this chat real quick. Everybody said hello. Carol said hello. I do see a Cruz Bolero. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, fam. See Me Traveling. Welcome in, See Me Traveling. They were on a live with Moonlight Adventures. Oh boy! If you guys have not seen that live, go watch them. They were playing King's Cup. King's Cup. I almost killed myself. Liz saved me. When I went on a cruise with Edna, and we had went to the lounge and did that bar crawl kind of thing, and then came back to the hotel and playing King's Cup. I'm up here, I'm falling on the ground, and Liz is helping me up. I lost my phone. Liz found it. It was a tough night. I did get up the next morning on the cruise. That was a tough night. Thank you, Liz. But anyway, check out their late night shenanigans with Moonlight Adventure. Everybody said hello. Bone Tired's in the house. Denise, welcome in. Who's that? YOLO, welcome in, YOLO. Appreciate you being in here. If I skip you, it's by accident. I don't mean to skip you. I'm trying to just get through the chat. Yes, Elisa's at 7. Sweet. Get ready for LAX. It's huge. How huge is it, Emily? No, I've been out there a few times, Emily. I do understand. I understand now how big it is. But it's really, honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Everybody saying hello. I'm trying to get down here because I saw something. House of X, welcome in the House of X. Appreciate you guys being in here. Cruising Capers, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. April Showers, hello. Everybody said hello. Liz. And I hate that I'm not. I need to really click on all these, but I just want to hurry and get through this so that we can start talking about the different apps that we use. When you came in, you probably saw apps. Think about the apps that you use. Think about the apps you use when you travel, because here we go. I got to it finally, Chris. Chris, thank you so much. 5 gifted memberships. Chris, much appreciated. Not necessary, as Kevin would say, it's not necessary, but much appreciated. If I have to get better. Scott's talking about growth. I have to grow better as far as doing things for the members. So thank you, Chris, for the memberships. Let me see. I got to go over here to YouTube to even see who got them. Hold on. Okay, I can't see it. I can't see it offhand. If somebody could type in who got the memberships, it would be appreciated, because I lost it. I missed it. But thank you so much, Chris. Hold on. Do I have something? Hold on. I got to develop I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 1.
Yo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Now, that wasn't a super chat. I got to develop one for something like that. But thank you, Chris, again. And for the people that received the memberships, hold on. We appreciate it. Welcome to the Strong Crew. And hopefully I can make you proud of me, and hopefully I can keep you entertained where you want to come back and you want to re-up next month. But much appreciated. Much appreciated, Chris. Where am I at here? I'm trying to catch up real quick before the chat gets too far ahead of me. Don't forget to put in the comments as far as what apps do you use nowadays. I've been cruising since the 90s, probably 1990, and things have changed so much. These apps, imagine getting around your city or a city and you don't have Google Maps or whatever mapping system you use. Back when I had to take a trip down to Metropolis, Illinois, home of Superman, we used to take a trip down there, I used to go to AAA, and they had these things called triptychs, where they would paper pages, they would put together like in book form, and you would follow it as you go along. And here's your exit coming up. No voice telling you, next exit, turn right. Nothing like that. You actually had to sit there and look at a paper map. Now, it was tough if you were only driving by yourself, if you were solo driving, but you usually had a wing person. Wingman is usually the terminology I like to use, wingman. If you had a wingman, they would read out instructions, and then they would miss a stop, and you pass your exit, and now you're yelling at your wingman, your wife or husband, and you're yelling at them. Yeah, why didn't you tell me earlier? You waited the last minute. And that's the argument. That's driving down. That's what we had to do. And nowadays, people, I mean, I don't know what you guys would even do without Google Maps. And that's what we're going to talk about, these apps. I mean, this is unheard of back in my day. Solo, yes, Solo. Family too. We're going down. I'm trying to get down to, because I saw a couple of things. If I skip, I'm sorry. Again, the fam, welcome in, Ron. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. Because I really want to do, what I'm going to do though is actually, I'm going to make this topic into a standalone video, because I think it's applicable. And you know, we're always talking about like evergreen videos. Well, I think this is one of those evergreen videos where I take for granted some of the things, but a lot of people don't know. I met her. See, I don't know who I met her, so I'm gonna skip that one because apparently I missed it. Embarkation Nation, welcome in, welcome in. Embarkation Nation, they're getting back with us, people. They're coming alive again. They dropped a couple of videos last week. They did a cabin tour and a trip to Aruba. I think Flamingo Island or something like that. I don't know if it was actually called Flamingo Island, but they had flamingos on it. So go check. Make sure you go check them out. Everybody, Embarkation Nation member for 30 months. And let me see. I'm gonna drop something there. It's gonna be another thank you, but it's not really.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money,
That's really not applicable. It is, but it's not. But thank you, Embarkation Nation, for the support. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Bill and Scott are see, we're never boring. We try not to be. We try not to be. And luckily, speaking of the devil, Scott, welcome in, Scott. Speaking of the devil, I personally think that like when me and Scott, when we talk and we don't agree necessarily on something like solo cruising, not a big topic. I mean, nobody really cares. No, do you really care if I think you're solo or not? You don't. But when me and Scott sit there and talk about it, I think it's entertainment. I think it's better than. I think it's better than the weather in St. Louis is. I think it's better. I think that topic is better than something like that, and that's what we try to do. We try to bring the entertainment to you people, as far as cruise entertainment, because I consider myself pretty much a cruise channel. I don't really put much else on there. Every now and then you might see some birds. Every now and then you might see some planes, but usually it has something to do with cruising. So I consider myself 100%, 99% cruising. Every now and then I'll find something funny and I'll post it. Hey, Scratch and Peak, welcome in. Together We Travel. Will, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. See me traveling. I knew Bill would be excellent at doing what he's doing. I don't know about excellent, but I you know what? I enjoy it more than I thought I would. I enjoy it more than I thought I would. But hey, it is what it is. Danny D watching watch that replay of See Me Traveling. Everybody saying hello. People, here's my, I'm gonna do this call to action. There were 41 people in here, and make sure you go over and hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming in. And if you're not your first time here, appreciate you coming in and spending a little bit of your time with me. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, I noticed like a lot of videos and things like that, half the people that watch the videos, half the people aren't subscribed, or probably more than that. So think about maybe subscribing. I did say hello to Cruz Bolero. Chris says, I prefer to fly into Long Beach. Chris, my problem is I fly standby, I fly Delta, and Delta doesn't fly directly to Long Beach. So that means I would have to get on a flight, fly to Salt Lake City, get on a flight in Salt Lake City, and then go to Long Beach. I'd rather pay, extra, $20 in an Uber fare, $30 in an Uber fare, and fly directly to Long Beach. Jen.Cohen, welcome in. Smash that like button and feed the YouTube algorithm. Jen, I did see something up there, but I don't think I've gotten to it and it's gone. I think you either became a member or you were a member and it's telling me how long you were a member, because I'm sure I'll get to it. I'm just trying, once I get down to it a little further in the chat. Bill, do you have done more for me than you know? Well, Chris, thank you. I'm going to say that for me and Scott, because as I said, Scott he's one of the guys, one of the motivations to like share information. And I was so glad when he started talking about information. A lot of channels that I watch for information. And Scott was the motivation, but he was also talking about bringing you information. Everybody likes it. We were talking about Scott yesterday and his Cellaway party. Oh boy, if you haven't watched that, go watch that. But anyway, a lot of people that don't cruise a lot, they love the Cellaway party. We may get bored with the Cellaway party, but other people like the Cellaway party. So, I mean, you want to give the people what they want. So I understand that. But, as Scott was referring or referencing as far as doing day one, I woke up. Day two, I went to sleep. Day three, I woke up again. At some point, you have to get better and give information as far as what's going on the ship and what things are there to do on the ship and things like that. So that's a transformation that we all need to make at some point in our careers as far as doing YouTube, no matter what the topic is. If you knit, if you create banners, flyers, and do arts and crafts, at some point you have to go beyond that. Maybe make it, then maybe guide us into how you make it, how you do it, and that's how you grow as a channel where people keep coming back over and over and over again. Cruising Cape said, make sure you hit that like button. YOLO, again, not necessary, but YOLO, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's see. You guys must know I need drink money. I didn't get the drink package for this trip, but hold on. Which one?
Yay for the super chat. Yay for the super chat. Yay for the super chat.
I got these. I only got about 4 or 5 of them, and I don't know which one is which. But yeah, YOLO, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I much appreciate it. Cruising Capers, and I know there. When I start talking about it, I'm going to try to get to some of these questions or what the apps are. I saw some a currency converter is one on my list. Google Maps. Google Maps is a godsend. Google Maps. I mean, Antoinette at Fun. Welcome in, Antoinette. I think Antoinette's gonna start going back live again too. I believe so. I don't think I've seen a thumbnail here lately, but I believe so. Shipmate. I didn't put Shipmate down as an app that was necessary, but I do have it. Shipmate, cruise mapper to find where the cruise is. I don't think it's necessary, but cruise mapper, like, hey, we're going by an island. What island is that? Cruise mapper, we're right there. Oh, that's Cuba. Embarkation Nation says, shh, we're editing another video right now. That is my favorite. Thank you, but you did. Oh, that you did. OG, thank you. Are you calling me OG? OG's in the house. OG. Okay. and I know it's kind of late into the conversation. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I always get nervous when I use this microphone instead of, I need to get me my mic back because I was doing voiceovers on a video, which I do have a video coming out Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Day 2 and 3 on Virgin Voyages. You need to check that one out. My thoughts on Virgin Voyages. You need to just follow the series. You'll see. Because I'm going to talk about Virgin Voyages again. Travel Vibes with Angel. I know how to get to Miami, Tampa, West Palm, Jacksonville, Orlando, Nashville, Memphis. Whoa. I can follow directions well. The problem with that is, okay, so if you get to Chicago, can you get around Chicago? If I told you to go to 123 Jackson Street in Chicago, could you find it? Back in my day, it was tough. It was tough. You had to find it on a map, stop at a gas station. Hey, where is such and such street? Now nowadays, man, it's easy as can be. Everybody saying hello. Angel, Uber, Lyft. Could you imagine? I think about the old cab drivers. Could you imagine being a cab driver trying to find a street and an address and with nothing? I don't know how they did it. And I'm gonna make sure you hit the like button. Thank you, Emily. I'm gonna try to get down here. Dark Theme, welcome in. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody coming in. Vicky, welcome in. Foodie Vacations, welcome in. I actually, Carnival Cruise X says Shipmate, and that's about it. Shipmate, Liz, I bet it's not the only one you use. I bet you use, well, I don't know, because you got cruise ports all around you. I'm like hotel.com. Shipmate might be the only thing you need. Well, I'm sure you use the Carnival app, which is Carnival app is not that good compared to the other apps. I'm gonna get back to you, Liz, on that one. Everybody saying hello. I'm trying to get to the bottom, and we're gonna start. I'm start pulling up some of my apps, or not. I'm not gonna pull them up physically, but I have some notes on some of the apps that I use. I watch Cellaway parties, especially live, because you hear the music. I do. It makes you feel kind of like you're on a cruise. So I understand. That's kind of the reason why I go live, and I don't worry about copyrights on that particular live. I don't worry about copyrights. Almost any. If I had a live, and that of something that some people that wanted to see, I wouldn't worry about the copyright. There's not enough money to be made off of a video for me, because I don't get that many views to be made. Here, leave the copyright in. Let them hear the Cellaway movie, Cellaway party with the wobble in it. People love it. People love it. Everybody said hello. Scott didn't mean that. Scott, no. It's Scott. Honestly, with me, you say stirring the pot. We need more of that. We don't need the same mundane. How are you doing? How was your day? What are you doing tonight? We don't need that. We need discussions about different things. The solo cruising. Again, not that big a deal, but it is interesting to see how people think. And I mean, my son, right? He agrees with you. He agrees with you. If you have your own cabin, you're solo cruising. And my contention is, I've done solo travel where you didn't know anybody, where the only way you were going to have dinner with somebody or whatever, you were going to go out and meet somebody and become friends. Then never built-in friends. Whenever I had built-in friends on a cruise ship and I knew they were going to be there, I didn't know you were going to be there, well, I didn't make any plans. But if I knew you were going to be there, I don't really consider that solo cruising. And that's me coming, in a solo cabin. But no, if I cruise, I because I know some of you guys, I don't consider like the unhinged group cruise. I booked a solo room. I don't consider it a solo cruise. I have 150 people coming. At least Scott said up to 200. So no, I don't think I'm solo cruising just because I have my own cabin. Anyway, everybody saying hello. Apple Map, yep. Google for me. Apple Map, Google. I do that, and Google Translate. Must haves. I'm not talking about, oh, maybe I might try, or must have. More to see. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going hoarse already. Just yelling and screaming at the screen with the hellos. Delicious. Did I tell you I haven't started packing or anything yet for I fly out tomorrow morning? And I was supposed to be fixing my sleep schedule because I sleep late. But then I thought about it. If I get up at 11 normally, because I don't go to bed to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. If I don't get up till 11, when I go to the West Coast, it's going to be perfect. It's 8 o'clock. So it'll be 8 o'clock in the morning. My schedule's fixed. That was my rationale. More to see. You guys are never late. Never late. Just imagine, Bill. Taxi drivers have been doing that for decades. I know. Dark Theme. I can't fathom how they did it. I can't. I mean, just slowly but surely learn the streets. I mean, Dan, thank you. Gifted memberships. Denise, Cruz Bolero, Cam Fam, Elf. Is that Elfie Fish Tanks? And House of X. Oh, welcome in. Welcome to the strong crew. Thank you, Danny. I was wondering about that when you go live during the YOLO. That's good to know. I was wondering about that when you go live during the sell-away. I much would rather have the subscribers. Yes, and that's the way I feel about it. I'm more concerned with that. I see. It looks like I missed him. TJ's destination was on the Instagram sign, but I was looking at StreamYard. And then anyway, TJ, welcome in. But it looks like you're already gone. But thank you for stopping by. I think TJ is on a cruise. That's right. On the Go with YOLO. I don't find you make much money on lives anyway. Not important to ensure copyrighted. Now the videos, yes, that's something totally different. But even the videos, and we kind of get into, we're trying to get into something different. But even with your videos, if they're having the wobble playing, I try to find a song that matches that. I try not to, like have slow music playing with the wobble. Let's somehow maybe I slowed it down or something. Anyway, a lot to do here. Travel, yes, we see. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. They put out a new video today. I think they were talking about the video. I think it was today. I go through videos and I don't see what date they came out, but it was about the Carnival Sell-Away parties, and I think that they said that they did it right. Which Carnival, they do a good sell-away party. I mean, the floors are packed, so they do a good sell-away party. Also need to download local maps for offline use, as well as Google Translate language you need for offline use. Yes, but what's so incredible now is that I have T-Mobile. I have service in almost every country I've ever been in. I don't even need to cut my phone. Well, only on the ship, but like when I'm there, I cut my phone on. Now, yes, data is slower. So instead of 5G, it might be 4G. So, but I can still use my data. So Google Maps, Translate, I can still use it. Which I mean, I don't know how people did it without it. I went to China. This was a few years ago, and it was the worst trip I ever had because they didn't speak English. I didn't speak Chinese, and trying to get around, it was tough. Even trying to check into the hotel that I checked into, it was a lot tougher. But that's on me. I should have learned some simple phrases and things I might need. So that's on me. More to see says, "A lucky Bill flying out tomorrow. Yay! I'm going to pack it. I want to pack it eventually." Oops. Greg and Michelle say hi. We're at dinner. Hi. I do miss dinners. I got to start going to dinner. People, Virgin Voyages. I think they've had some really good meals. Now, I'm not a big fan of having to make reservations all the time, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. But still having. Oh well, thank you guys, Scott, for having me run. Tell them thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. Yes. I have one video where I was in Dunkin' Donuts. I'm assuming Dunkin' Donuts. Oh no, she says Duck Donuts. That's the name. So there was music in the store, and so far YouTube has said nothing. A lot of times they don't say anything. If you watch my videos, when I'm at a party or something like that, very rarely do you see me editing the music out because it's not really clear enough. They don't want you to make like a clear copy of their song. That's why a lot of times for karaoke and the bands that are playing music, they're not close enough to the original to get a copyright. You used to have to go to the library and get what kind of a phrase book? Yes. Back in the day, I don't know. Travel, yes, we see. I think you might be telling your age. So you might be starting telling your age now. Yes, you have a little translation book of like common phrases. I mean, back in it was tough. No, T-Mobile, love T-Mobile. Jennifer from the Facebook side, smashing that like on the Facebook side. Jennifer, thank you so much. I am not so pressed to invest 2 hours anymore on VV, Virgin Voyages, for dinner. Sometimes I go to the gallery and call it a day. I like the dinners, and that's one of the times that I actually don't mind slowing down. Virgin Voyages, I like the food well enough in most places, not all of them, but most of them. I enjoyed the dinner where I would actually slow down, but I don't go slow. I mean, I'm like, boom, here's the appetizer, here's this, and I try to work through it as fast as I can because I really very rarely do I want to sit there and just sit back and enjoy the day. Scotty J, welcome in. Oh, I think I'm down at the bottom. Okay, which apps do I have? Number one on my list, and we've talked about some of these already. Google Map. It's a must. And now you can download the map, like your location, you can download it to the phone where you don't need the internet. It's a must. When you want to get around, and I know some of you may not, you may not leave the port area, but if you leave the port area, this is like the must app to have, so you know where you're at, know where you're going. As I said, most phones now, though, you can cut them on in these different countries, Nassau, Totola, all these other places, and I mean, you can cut your phone on, and with the driver, if he's taking you somewhere, you put in the address, you can see if he's going the right way. I mean, unlike it used to be back in my day. So Google Maps is one of those ones must have. On my phone, I actually have like a tab that has all my travel apps that I use on a regular basis. Another one is I fly Delta. The Delta app is there. If you need to book a flight, or you need to rebook a flight, or you need to follow where your bags are, or if you need to know what time that flight gets in, it's right there on the app. There's nobody to call, no nothing. I mean, it's now you can be on an airplane with Wi-Fi and find out everything you need to do. You don't know how many times I've since I fly standby, I've been on an airplane using another one of my apps, hotels.com, to book a hotel room as I'm flying to the destination. One of the things flying standby is if it's if there's an empty seat, flying standby, if there's an empty seat, I can get on the plane on that empty seat. That's how standby works. I may not know. Maybe it's a tight flight, almost full. I don't know. Am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? Oh, somebody missed it at the last minute. Okay, I get on the plane. So I get on the plane. As I'm flying there, I book a hotel room. So when people ask me, like, hey, have you booked a hotel room? Not yet. It depends. I got to see how the flights look. Unless it's something that I may be going I may be going and don't want to miss out on a hotel. When I went to Greece, I booked ahead of time, like hotel and things like that. So that was about the only time. Hey, Big Murph, welcome in. Big Murph, welcome in, Big Murph. Appreciate you coming in. Embarkation Nation, I used Google Maps for work to enter my mileage for, yeah, I mean, you can do so much with it now. Google Maps is a must. Delta, whatever flight you use. I also, not too long ago, my son, he was flying, I don't know where we were going someplace, and he needed to get a flight. Delta was full. Spirit was full. Southwest, all the airlines were full. So I went to my backup, what I used to use a long time ago, and apparently it's old now. Orbitz.com. We can book trips, you can book hotels, you can book whatever, almost anything you want. Orbitz.com, and put in the flights or the days that I needed, and it came up with the cheapest flights. So we were able to get them on Frontier, because I don't know if he ever would have thought about Frontier, but put it in and got Frontier and made it to the flight on time, or to the port on time. But that's Orbitz is another one of my apps. I keep on my phone. See my phone? Oh, hold on. Can you see my phone? Nobody's gonna steal that. I know. Anyway, I know what my phone looks like. Google Translate. Speaking of Google Translate is another one of my top apps. Google Translate is vital. I think you can actually download the offline copy of Google Translate now for whatever. Like if you're going to Spanish speaking country, download Spanish, and it's right there. Google Translate is another one, but another I think is huge. And where was I at? I think I was in Japan. Have you ever like walking down the street in a country where they don't speak English, everything is written in another language? What do? Google has a thing called Google Lens. It will translate a sign to you. So you open up Google Lens, go to Google, and you see a little thing that looks like a camera. Hit that. Put your hold on. I just saw somebody say something about do not disturb. Anyway, Google Lens. I'm gonna keep going because I assume if this was totally going wacky, that you guys would let me know. But Google Lens is you talk about Google Translate. I went to a restaurant. Everything was in Japanese. I looked at my lens of Google Lens. It explained what everything was in English. It changed the whole menu. There was a sign on the building. I'm looking where to go, and pointed towards the sign on the building, and it was like, nope, that's not it. That's a boat launching place. People get in the habit of using Google Lens if you go out to places where they don't speak English, and everything is pretty much in whatever the foreign language the local language wherever you're at. Google Lens is. Oh, I have this on so I can see and make sure everything appears to be going right, but it appears to be, but it's distracting me because it's right in front of me. But Google Lens, pull up something somewhere in another language and practice using Google Lens. You will never not use it. You would use it all the time. When you go to a restaurant, even like you see on a ship or someplace, and the menu is in French or it's an Italian menu, Google Lens, it will translate that menu into English. And yes, I like chicken and rice. So I look at the menu, it says something, blah, 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 I can't read it. Oh, it has chicken and rice. That's what I want. It's so simple. That's my one of my go-tos. Orbit, I told you about Orbitz. Hotels.com, we talked about that, yes. Flying standby, but even not flying standby, if you ever have like flight delays or anything like that, they have a thing called Flight Aware, which is kind of like, I guess, Cruise Mapper, where it tell you where your ship is. Well, Flight Aware will tell you where your flight is. So you'll have the person at the gate saying something, and then you look on your Flight Aware, and that flight hasn't even left Cincinnati yet. I'm talking about, oh, it's this, it's that. It hasn't left Cincinnati yet. Anywho, Flight Aware is another one if you want to track your flights. And I do. I track my flights to make sure that the flights are on time, especially bad weather. Flights on time, flights being delayed, flights being canceled. Flight Aware will give me the real story and not necessarily what they want to tell you at the airport. It's just one way to track your flights. Usually, if you have the Delta app, they do a pretty good job now of telling you what's going on and where your flight is. And hold on. Oh, we got 13 minutes. Don't forget, people, at 6 o'clock, it's time to rock, and we rock nonstop till 7 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, remember, we're going over to Raid Paul. So when you go over there, type #StrongRaid and Raid Paul, Travel Adventures with PMB. So that's at 6. Also, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button, whether you're in YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. This one right here, I don't know how much money this app has actually saved me. And it's the currency converter. Some of those cab drivers, when you get out there, will say anything. Oh, $20. Oh, that's like $3, your money. And then you look it up. No, that's like $15 my money. So don't be afraid to whip out the currency transfer or converter. Senior moment. Don't be afraid to whip out the currency converter, because it has saved me a ton of money with like local cab drivers. Even like when you're starting to negotiate with people, a lot of times they will only $20 US. Well, if I spend in your money, it's only $15 US. So just don't be afraid to as they said in Blazing Saddles, don't be afraid to whip it out. Okay, again, I'm starting to date myself with my movie references now. It fluctuates, but they do have like an offline version of it too. So if it fluctuates, it's not going to fluctuate by much. But now you have an idea of what you're spending when they say paying in their money, or the big one is when they give you back change. So you pay in US dollars, but then they want to give you back their money in change. Well, now you know how much they're giving you back in their money. So don't let them rip you off. Currency converter, get one. If you like talking to locals, if you ever meet people, I had a guy, he spoke English, but the guy in Barbados, Wayne, WhatsApp. Most of these places, most of these countries, when you start dealing outside of the port area and stuff like that, they use WhatsApp. I had people from the Dominican Republic. That's how we communicated. It was WhatsApp. It wasn't, oh, what's your phone number? What's your WhatsApp? Learn about WhatsApp. Learn how to use WhatsApp. I'm getting better at it now, but WhatsApp is an app that it will be invaluable when you go abroad, because people nowadays, that's what they use WhatsApp. They don't use Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and Instagram Messenger. WhatsApp is my go-to. That's another go-to one. I keep it on there. Every now and then somebody local will call me on WhatsApp. But I mean, when I get outside the country, everybody calls me on WhatsApp. You probably go to Paradise Beach. They probably have a WhatsApp number. So WhatsApp, download WhatsApp. And I think I'm pretty much done. I think we talked about pretty much most of the apps that I want to talk to you guys about. It feels like I'm missing one. Let me look and see real quick. Travel. I know what I wanted to say though. Hotels, yeah. Oh, I actually have here. Y'all know you can see it. Right there, the purple one. What's the name of the insurance company? The insurance company. Alazon, whatever. That's my insurance company. Don't know how to pronounce the name, but that's my insurance company. I got the app right on my phone, so I can always update my trips, or if I need to make a claim or anything, it's right there. Everything's done by apps now. I'm so surprised that Carnival has not gone to being able to board without paper. You know, on most of these other cruise lines, you can go there, use their app. You pull up your boarding pass on your phone, bloop, scan me in. The one thing I would do with that, yes, Jen, Ali, whatever it is, Ali is yes. Carnival with the other apps like Royal and MSC and Virgin, you pull it up on your phone. But I always take a screenshot of it because sometimes you get inside someplace and the Wi-Fi is not working. So I take a screenshot of it, so I have a copy of it, and I just scan it and paperless. I'm telling you, old school people. I have an envelope. I still use it to this day, and now I'm getting ready to go on this cruise with not Virgin, with what's the name? Where am I going? With Royal. I used to download like the contract, the boarding pass, the had an envelope that I would fill it up here and put my luggage tags in it. I looked at it today and it was like, I have nothing to put in it. I have my luggage tags. Why am I bringing this envelope and all I have are my luggage tags? So why am I even bringing it? Carnival needs to do that. Stop making me bring paper, Carnival. Stop making me bring paper. Anyway. But take a screenshot of it just in case. Lee says, "Great stream, Bill. Have a great day. Going to get late. Oh, in the UK. Lee, I appreciate you stopping by. I know it's getting late over there." Is it on Do Not Disturb? I missed that. That's when I saw that comment. I didn't know what that was. Google Lens is great. Google Lens is perfect. A great feature of Google Maps is the directions for public transportation. Google, I couldn't get around without Google Maps. I don't think I can get around, especially like public transportation and things like that. I don't know if I can get around. And it's so easy now. It's so much easier now than back in my day. Big Murph, hanging out with you. Okay, there you go. Big Murph hanging out with Cruising Capers. More to say. I never heard of Google Lens. Once you use it, most times you don't need to use it because a lot of places where we go, they have it in their native language, or they have it in English. Google Lens is for like when you go, like off the beaten path and everything's in whatever the native language was. My case, the biggest one I used was when I was in Japan, and it saved me. I don't know how many, countless times. Travel guests we see most buses and subways are online with Google Maps, so you have real time. Yes. Where I think I was in Australia and used it in Australia for that purpose. Know when the train is. It was people. Take advantage of technology. Don't older people like me who don't be afraid of technology. It's there to help. So yeah, if you're off the beaten path and you want to keep track of where you're going and things like that, technology is right there. It tells you when the next train is coming, the next bus is coming. It tells you everything. I see people are talking about the internet. Hold on. Go Wilson Travel. Hey, go Wilson Travel. I'm up here looking one ahead. Hey, Go Wilson Travel. Welcome in, guys. Trish Setzel popping in for a minute. Appreciate it, Trish. Trisha. Thank you, Trisha, for popping in. Somebody made Emily's new avatar. Nice. It looks like a double M. Everybody saying hello. Team Reese, welcome in. Welcome in, Team Reese. Appreciate you stopping by. Kiki. I'm following their adventures on Virgin. I can see that Virgin is a different type of ship. Virgin is a different type of ship. Emily, if I only knew about Google Lens when I went to the Philippines, yeah, that probably would have been a good place. Once you get off the beaten path. I'm trying to stay ahead a little bit. The train information is crucial. It is. I mean, you can buy your tickets online. A lot of times, to go to Australia, you need a visa. You have to use an app. They have an app for it. I keep it on my phone because I don't know when I'm going back to Australia. But there's an app to get the visa. You have to go online on their app to get the visa. I mean, I tried doing it over the internet, like on my laptop. Couldn't do it. It was an app on the phone. Somebody had said something about Gig Sky, I believe. Up. I just passed something real quick because Scott, I think he was commenting like, if you're watching the chat, that whole idea is to put yourself out into a bigger algorithm, and I'm trying to get better at that. Actually, if you ever see me now, whenever I go to a chat and I comment or like, I go down the whole list. I like everybody in there. So like if Scott put out a video today, I go comment and say something about the video. I will like and like my post and then like everybody else's to give. So now you have the interaction of it's like, wow, here's a video that had, instead of 15 interactions, it had 50. So hopefully that would push it out a little bit further. Maybe not. Maybe, every viewer, every, new viewer is big news for people that are on YouTube. But yeah, I saw Scott and I just lost it. So I'm not trying to go back. See, Blaze the Saddle. See, I mean, Jen, don't tell your age, but yeah, that was funny. Who's gambling? We love Banter with Bill. Banter with Bill loves you guys. I love Banter with Bill because I can just come up here and just start talking. WhatsApp is a good yes. Travel, yes, see, you can also get conversions by typing in the Google $1,000 to Naira, for example. You can. I just find it easier just to use the app for the conversion, the currency conversion. But yeah, there's a couple of ways now with Google. Probably, I mean, you can probably use ChatGPT and all that good stuff. Oh, I didn't know that. WhatsApp now has automatic translation feature. I didn't know that. That's another good feature. I see Vicky listed all her must-haves. Oh, AAA. Yes, I do have AAA. I was thinking about more traveling, but that would have been, yes, that's a good one. AAA, because I'll make sure I know that. I know Airbnb gets a lot of hate, but I love it. My son loves Airbnbs also. I've never used one. I've heard horror stories, and I just never used one. But it definitely seems like a way to save money. I learned a few new apps tonight. What, Keisha? That's good. That was what this was about. I know a lot of people that travel. They already know pretty much the apps. Bye, Trisha. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I learned a few new apps. I got to go. I got to use the GPS My City. Huh? I got to look at that one. I won 75. I won 75 at the Gins. Remember Monday? 75. What? $75? Wait, you have to take paper to Carnival. Haven't sailed with them, yes, in 20 years. Yeah, the same way they did it 20 years ago is the same way they're doing it pretty much. I mean, you have to print it out. They have to scan the paper, the actual paper for it. They stamp the paper. Yeah, it's yes. What about Gig Sky for those who don't want the internet package and just to check in at home? I think yes, Scott, and that's a good thing. I like to be connected. I never thought I would be this connected to internet when I go cruising, but I am. I stay pretty much connected all the time. Probably not this next cruise. I probably won't be because we're going to be in Ensenada and Cabo. And by being there, it's overnight in Cabo. My phone works in Cabo. The Wi-Fi, I can still use, my information on Cabo that I can still get everything I need. So I may not even get Wi-Fi. If I do, maybe just get Wi-Fi for one day. To Carnival credit, it takes 45 minutes to take it. To Carnival's credit, it takes 45 minutes to make a casino reservation on Royal. I'm not okay. Hold on. To Carnival's credit, it takes 45 minutes to take and make a casino reservation on Royal. Well, when I do it doesn't take that. I mean, I call Royal to make a casino reservation. I'm not quite sure I understood that one. 5 minutes. 5 minutes on Carnival. Yeah, Carnival. I mean, Carnival actually it's real easy. You just go on your regular on the regular app and book your casino deals. It's easy. Carnival Cruise Addicts. I like printing the boarding passes and folding the luggage tags. Gets me excited for a cruise. Well, you could pay $200 for Carnival Wi-Fi or pay $30 for GigSky. I'm not a big fan of, again, you don't get much. You don't get, if you want to just check your email, yeah, GigSky is probably the way to go. Or check your Facebook page every now and then. Don't stay on it too long. GigSky can start to add up. From what I read, I mean, I looked at it a couple of times where I wanted to try to use that. Trisha, I haven't really used it. I think Scott has, or if Scott has and one of his friends has, and they know much more about it than I would ever know. But with that, people, I am already running over. Top of the chat is the link to Paul. So we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Go say hi to Paul. Do a hashtag strong raid and let him know that you came from over here. And find out what topic he's talking about tonight. I didn't get a chance to even see the topic for the night for him. But go talk to him for a little bit. Hopefully some of this information helped you out a little bit. As I said, if you don't mind, before leaving this chat, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I'd appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, think about maybe subscribing. I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. And with that, I don't think Scott is going live tomorrow, or I don't know when he might go live. I'm sure he'll post it. I don't know if he's going live tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try to go to live. What's today? Today's Monday. I'm going to try to go live Wednesday. Sellaway party, Scott. I'm going to try to go live probably for the Sellaway party, but I'm on the West Coast, so the Sellaway party, it'll be more like night, 6 o'clock your time. So we'll see how that works out. If it's warm. The last couple of cruises I've been on, they haven't been warm. So I'm hoping for better weather as I go out to the West Coast. But with that being said, I am going to get ready to get out of here. Thanks again for stopping by. And as always, Thursday I'm going to try to be there. I should be there. I don't have any plans right now to be any place else. But Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'm having a new video come out. It's going to be day 2 and 3 on Virgin Voyages. And what was day 3? Oh, Ocho Rios. I think it was about Ocho Rios. I think. Don't hold me to that. Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Virgin Voyages video. Make sure you check it out. And with that being said, I am going to get out of here. I can't think of anything. Paul. Elisa is at 7. So after Paul, stick around for Elisa at 7. That's it. And as usual, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I'm out of here. Peace.
Dum 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 dum.